Hi, good morning. Uh, this is Varun. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, we are going to post back-to-back videos for QuickBooks, Sage, and some other IT services which we are dealing with it. I was getting a lot of requests from different customers that we need some overview demo for the QuickBooks UK version because QuickBooks UK version is one of the most used program for SME market in UAE. Um, as you know, like QuickBooks is a global program. It's a global package. It is one of the well-known package across the globe. There are two different editions. One is QuickBooks US and QuickBooks UK, which is very popular in the Gulf region. There are some other editions, I mean Canadian, um, US, UK. But the QuickBooks UK, especially after when the VAT came into the picture, the QuickBooks UK is very popular. Um, as far as small and medium-sized companies are concerned, if you're looking for an accounting package which has basic accounting with all accounts receivable modules, accounts payable, inventory, financial report, and VAT reporting, this is one of the best packages I can say for sure. There are some other packages in the market, but why QuickBooks is very popular because it's easy to use. It can be used by non-accountant person as well, even if you don't have any strong accounting background. Someone has done the initial setup for you. You can use the QuickBooks independently. And another advantage of using this QuickBooks package is you are not dependent on the supplier. Like we are one of the certified consultant and the distributors of the QuickBooks. But still, if you need some independent help directly from the YouTube videos or tutorials or Google support, you can just search in the Google and you will get a support community on the communities, YouTube links, video links. There are a lot of documents available on the internet. So it is not forcing you to stick with your one of the supplier in case if you're not getting a proper support from someone because of any reason. You can always switch to some other consultant or directly you can take help of the community support team. It gives you a lot of confidence that okay, there is always someone who is looking after the support, and even you will get all most of the things like shortcuts and all you will get on the Google free of cost. You don't have to spend some money on the support contract or anything. So I will just in this video I will try to capture why we need the QuickBooks and why it is good for SME business in UAE. So let's start with the normal business setup. Like uh, normally we are getting the questions like, is it suitable for the trading companies? Is it suitable for the contracting companies? Is it suitable for the manufacturing companies or not? So there is, if I answer this question, QuickBooks you can manage any type of industry. Like you can create a database which is from any type of industry type, manufacturing, service, and all. As far as the company is small and they are looking for basic accounting thing, QuickBooks is okay for any type of business. But the moment you are outgrown, then obviously we have to switch to some other applications like ERPs, SAP, Sage 300, Microsoft Dynamics, or any other package. But for a SME business, independent of the business type, you can manage almost everything which is required to have a basic accounting reporting or activities to be performed. I'll give you the overview. I will not go into the detail. Uh, what QuickBooks can do for you. It has all the master setup, which has chart of account. You can create your accounts like bank account, the expense account, the income account, or the structure of your chart of account, which will help you to generate the profit and loss and the balance sheet. You can maintain your supplier records. You can maintain your the customers list. You can maintain your all items like uh, your stock items or services or non-stock. Then it gives you the options to have your all master database setup. Once it is ready, you can always have your transactions. Transactions you can divide into two cycle, like purchase cycle and the sales cycle. The purchase cycle starts with the purchase order. You can generate a PO to the supplier. You can enter or convert those purchase orders to the bills, and in the last you can pay to the suppliers. The sales cycle start with the quotations. You can generate the quotations in the QuickBooks, and then you can convert those quotations to the invoices, and then you can receive the payment from customers. And then you have the reporting module, which covers almost everything for financial reporting purpose, and then you have a VAT reporting. So, and that as I told previously also, like, it is not stick to any specific business type, because you have a flexibility to create your own chart of accounts. So even if you're into different activities, you can build your chart of account as per your industry type. Although it gives you an option, once you create the company, it will ask the uh, different business types. Based on that, it has a default template for the chart of account, but still you can modify, you can add or anything as per your requirement. So master's creation is very simple. We will have another video where we can cover the training part. I will just focus on the demo, which can help you to decide whether we should go with the QuickBooks or some other package. So let's start with the transactions, and in between I'll give you the some shortcut for to create the masters. So you can see this is the home screen of the QuickBooks, where you get all the transaction shortcut, where you have the purchase orders, the bills, payment to the supplier. You can just follow the arrow. You can see it is very simple. It is well designed for the non-technical, non-accountant users. They can just follow the screen, or they can follow the workflow. The purchase order has to be generated from here. Once you have the purchase order generated, you can receive the stock with bill or without bill, and you can enter the supplier bills later on, and you can pay to the suppliers. And then sales cycle, you have the quotations, then you can have the sales orders. You can convert those sales orders to the invoices, and then you can receive the money from customers. It is not mandatory to start from a quote. You can always directly jump to the invoice. In case if you don't want to maintain the quotations here, you can directly create an invoice for a customer, and you can receive the money. And then for all the reporting, there are almost more than 140 reports are there. You have the company and financial report grouping, where you can see the P&L, balance sheet. The VAT reports are there, the customer reports, sales, jobs. It has a job posting as well. So if you have multiple jobs under one customer, it can be managed. Supplier reports, the purchases, stock, employees and payroll, the banking, accountant and taxes, budgets and forecast. So there are so many reports. Apart from those reports, in the report module, you have a small snapshot, or you can say dashboard kind of thing, where you can see different reporting, like company reports. For example, this is a income and expense trend. This is a payment dashboard, and this is the customer dashboard. One of the most you can say useful shortcut, or one of the best thing in the QuickBooks, is it supports drill down reporting. So on almost every report, whenever you see a number, you can just double click. It will open the actual list of the transactions. For example, let's say I have some doubt on the this number. This is a graph of income. If I will double click, it will let me to go. It will allow me to go to the report, which brings all the transactions which are resulting for that income bar. And then even if I will double click on any of the transaction, it will open the actual data entry done by the data operator. So from a dashboard, you can just click, and it gives you a real shortcut or a simple way to navigate to the actual data entry. Same applies to the reporting as well. You can go to the, let's say, profit and loss standard report, and if you double click on any of the number, it will open the transaction. So it's very easy to navigate, easy to learn. Hardly it takes like 1 or 2 days to have a almost the overview or the main transactions uh, overview. And then like if you're using, let's say, for a month or 2 months, then you can be expert on the reporting side or some other advanced thing as well. I will show you like one of the transactions. I can go to the home screen. I can minimize the left bar, and then we have a purchase order. I told you that we have the purchase cycle, which is start from the PO and then enter bill and the pay bill. I will just quickly try to cover all these things. Purchase order. This is the purchase order screen. You can simply select the supplier name here, the items which we have created in the master. In the next video, we will cover the training part as well. So I'm assuming that we have some masters created, the items created, let's say services. I'm going to give a PO to one of my custom supplier, or maybe I can select my stock part or non-stock or services, anything from the drop down. So let's say I'm going to give a PO for air conditioner. I can put the quantities, let's say 10, the amount, the VAT rate. You can get a lot of different VAT codes as per your local requirement. This is a sample company. You can delete few of them if you don't require, or you can select the one which is applicable to UAE, that is 5%. This is the purchase order number. Sorry, the purchase order screen. You can select some more items. The purchase order numbers is can be changed, or by default it will be auto incremented. But if you want to change it, yes, you can do it. And you have, this is the preview of the purchase order, and we can change the layout. There is a layout designer built within QuickBooks. You can go and you can pull, or you can delete some data, or you can have your own custom fields to certain extent, or some terms condition, any text to be added, or the fonts. You can change the colors, the size as per your requirement. So this PO you can directly take a printout, or you can directly email to the supplier. This is a supplier name Ajax. I will save and close. The next step is you can directly go to the enter bill, or you can receive the stock, and you can enter the bill later on. So I will assume that okay, we are receiving the bill as well. I will select the PO. It will give you the pop-up that you have some purchase order existing for the supplier. I can combine more than one PO, or I can select any one of them. And even if you have a partial delivery, you can modify the quantity. It will help you to have a partial delivery. Put the number, the bill number. Later on, if you have the open purchase orders, you have the proper reports like purchase, open purchase order details, or purchase, open purchase orders. It will give you the list which are on the list of the purchase orders which are partially received. This is the bill number you can save. So you can see this, the data screen, or the screen what you have now. It is very simple, and any normal data entry operator can operate. But the beauty of the product is the moment you will save this bill, and if you see the report, transaction report for this bill entry, you can see all the debit and credits, the VAT liability, the stock account, everything is done automatically. So the accounting part is taken care by the QuickBooks itself. If you do the data entry, the debit, credit, everything is done by QuickBooks automatically. So this is my supplier bill I have entered. Purchase order is done, bill, and then next I want to pay to the supplier. This is pay bill, and I can select the supplier name here, or if you want, you can filter by specific supplier. I have two bills pending for the supplier. If I want, I can have, I can pay the two bills. I can select all of the bills, or I can select one of the bill, or even if I want, I can put the partial bill amount. Let's say I want to have partial payment. You can select the account from which account you are paying, the payment method, the date. You can say payment bill. It's a very simple cycle of the purchase order, the supplier bills, and payment. If you want to see before you do the payment, if you want to see the history or the payables report, you have all the reports available here. We will cover in the next meeting video. Then sales cycle start with the quotation. Just like the PO, you have the quotation screen here. You can generate the quotations. You can navigate to the previous quotations created, or you can create a new one. and similar preview screen with the layout designer. Same options are there in the quotation as well. You can have your own layouts, your own logo, your terms condition, and once the quotations are confirmed by the customer, it is like approved, you can directly create an invoice from here or directly create the sales order. So I will go here, I will create this as a sales invoice. Now the sales invoice has been generated for this Maqsood and project A, and same like once you save the invoice, everything is your profit and loss, the income, everything, the service income, account receivable, everything is getting affected automatically. So no need to do any data entry. You just simply save the invoice and you get all the accounting results. And then you can have the receive payment window where you can select the customer name. Last time we have created one invoice for project A. It will give you all the outstanding invoices. You can select the invoices against which you are receiving the payment. You can put the check number, or you can select the other payment method type, and then select in which account you are going to pay the, sorry, in which account you are receiving the payment, petty cash or any other bank account. So it's a very simple workflow: purchase order, bills, quotations. Then you have the journal entries forms. Here you can put any miscellaneous entries like debits, credit, or like rent, your rent expenses, or your some credit card payments, or any entry you want to post it, you can do it. Then you have the reports. All the reports you can, let's say I will open one of the report, sales by item detail. All the reports you can export to Excel, you can email as a PDF, you can print out, and you can customize the report, you can filter the reports, you can bring or you can hide or unhide the columns what you want. This all everything we will cover in the next video. As of now, this is the overview. Please let us know if you have any comments, or you can reach out to me for any consultancy services, for any accounting package, QuickBooks, or some other feedback if you need. My number is 0564427403. So take care. For today, it is done. We will meet in next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.